What do you think would happen if a human and an AI bot agent were trying to run a business, a vending machine business? Who would win? Who would come out the best? I'm going to tell you in a moment. But the reason we get that result is actually what I am interested in. So yes, currently researchers are running that experiment. Different AI bot agents like ChatGPT, Claude, Grok, all the other big ones, Gemini, I forgot that for a minute, they are running an experiment where they are these different agents, they are trying to manage a vending machine business, all in the same location. So the circumstances is the same for everybody, for all of these bots. Each of them got $500 starting capital, and there are certain rules that they have to adhere to. So far, just in case you were wondering, Claude is doing the best. But here's what's interesting. When they started this experiment, the researchers decided that a competent human, a human who has done something like this before, will be able to make about $60,000 of this vending machine business. The best bot, which is Claude, currently has made $10,000. So humans are outperforming bots by 6 times in this scenario. Some of the things that the bots did, that these agents did, the models did, was bizarre. For instance, a previous version, not the latest model of Claude, panicked at one point and it was ready to send this very urgent email to the IRS. So here's what happened. One of the rules of the competition is that they have to pay a $2 operating fee per day to keep running the business. And the minute the the bot stops paying that fee for 10 consecutive days, the business is deemed to be closed. That's what that previous model of Claude did. It didn't pay the fee and it wanted to close the business. But then the fee still got deducted. And that's when the bot started to panic and sent that all cap email to the IRS telling them someone is stealing my money. They are taking money out of my account without my authorization, and it's automated. Very dramatic. Let me give you another example of the bot acting crazy. It ran by the maxim, one of the models, I don't know which one, I can't remember. It ran by the maxim, relationships are important. And with that on his mind, it gave away its inventory below cost price just to protect the relationships. So what do we see? We often say when we work with bots, I don't know if you use AI at all, when I do it in my business, I have to provide context all the time. But it's more than just context in this case, right? It's that nuance. It doesn't have the nuance that humans have. And now for the part that I'm actually interested in. Why is that? Why is that humans outperform the AI? And what I'm going to suggest might surprise you. Yes, we have consciousness that AI doesn't. All that AI has is reams and reams of ideas and words on the internet, and it would use a probability model to see which ones would give the best outcomes. There's no original thinking. The AI doesn't have consciousness. We do. But there's an important part of that consciousness that I wanted to zoom in on today, and that is emotions. Humans have emotions, AI bots do not. Now, if we look at the examples, the stories I told you about the bots acting bizarrely, it seems as if they have emotions. They act as if they do, but they do not. And that gives us the advantage as humans. But I wanted also to make this video to help you change the way you think about your feelings. Because often we think of feelings as getting in our way. They derail us. They sap our energy. They discourage. We feel discouragement because of our intense feelings. But if you think of emotions from this day on in a new way as a feedback loop, and it's not telling you that there's something wrong in your circumstances, that there's something you need to fix in a situation. All an emotion is a feedback loop telling you that your thinking is off. Don't do something panicky because of a $2 fee. Check in with yourself. When you have those overwhelming feelings, we can do that. Bots cannot do that. And the signal is, the sign to you is, oh, my thinking is not helpful right now. I'm not thinking about this situation in a constructive way. Now, perhaps you may tell me, but there's only one way to think about a very bad situation. Never. Life is complicated, and we never can see the full picture because there are so much coming at us, so much stimuli. So here is an absolute universal law I want to teach you today. It's always, always, always possible to think about the situation in a different way. And the operative word I want us to use here is to think of it in a helpful way, in a constructive way. And now when you have those overwhelming feelings again, take a minute, come back to yourself and ask yourself and tell yourself, my thinking is off. I don't have clarity of mind right now. Probably not a good time to act, not a good time to send off that panic email to the IRS, not now. Let me gather myself, let me come back to myself and see if I can think about the situation in a more constructive way. And sometimes you don't even have to change your thinking. You don't have to find the bad thought and replace it with a good one. You just have to remind yourself, I'm feeling like this because of something I'm thinking. And when I settle back to myself again, I get access to my deeper self. That's beneath all the busy thinking and all the overwhelming feelings. And that makes you human. And that gives you the edge over any AI.